Howdy everybody! I'm here today to discuss how contaminated messages lead to misunderstandings in communication and to discuss how to better bring up those underlying feelings that are hidden within those contaminated messages. Now, contaminated messages are what happen when you deliver an observation or a thought, a feeling, or a need, and within that message are underlying thoughts, feelings, observations, or other needs. Now, these are typically passive aggressive. They are, I don't feel like you understand me, or, well, looks like you've ruined another good relationship, things like that. So my example is with my roommate's dog, Gizmo. Gizmo is my roommate's, there are two of them, they're a couple, 1-year-old French Bulldog. And every day they will ask me, well, how did Gizmo do today? And yesterday, where my example stems from, Gizmo decided that instead of pooping outside with Stormy, my corgi, he decided he would not let me know he was done in the first place and proceed to poop on the floor in front of our front door. So having just done this, when my roommates asked me how he did that day, still frustrated, I responded, well, your bad dog pooped on the floor instead of outside. Now, clearly, I could have said that a lot better. Now, my roommate's reaction to his behavior that I reported to them was understandably sad and frustrated, and they were, of course, defensive. That's their dog and their baby, and they were, understandably like, well, he's young, he doesn't know better, even though that is clearly a product of them not training him, but I digress. So they apologized, of course, for the behavior and my having to clean it up. And they did try to better correct him, but you could tell they were frustrated because now trying to correct his behavior instead of letting it go as they had before, he wasn't responding the way that they wanted him to. So now that I've discussed the experience, I will now make some inferences. So based on this experience, I can infer that my message was poorly delivered and I could have alleviated a lot of the negative experience between myself and my roommates by decontaminating my message in the first place. I could have delivered the whole message, which was, in fact, Gizmo pooped on the floor today instead of outside. I don't think he knows how to let me know when he needs to do his business. And I feel frustrated because he was just outside with Stormy. Could we work on training him to let us know when he needs to go outside? And now that I've made some inferences, I'll discuss how these inferences can be transferred to other situations. Since this probably won't be the last time I encounter frustration with my roommates, Gizmo related or otherwise, it would probably be with everyone's best interest if I took the time to vocalize exactly what it is I'm observing, thinking, feeling, and or needing in that moment. Socializing in general, I think, could be improved if everyone took a step back to convey the entirety of what they're feeling instead of just a clipped short message intended to get everything out at once, which in turn just causes more confusion. This includes anywhere from the workplace to the classroom. People really need to know exactly what you're feeling. People infer based on what you tell them, not based on what you mean to tell them. So in conclusion, contaminated messages are an alarming reality of our society in all aspects of our lives. And they end up leaving a lot of information by trying to clip everything into one get-go. By recognizing we need to deliver these whole messages between ourselves and other parties that we communicate with, and actually delivering whole messages, we can improve communication in the long run with our friends, our coworkers, etc. Last note, being a passive aggressive with your dog won't help anything. They'll just poop on your floor. Have a good night. Bye-bye.